Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Yesterday we had a discussion that if market breaks the low of yesterday's session, then we can expect a fall. Same to same happened in the market, but there were relative equal lows which we identified also, and market came down in the first 15 minutes itself, gave a closure below this equal lows. What is happening here is liquidity sweep. Time and time again, we know that whenever there are equal lows in the market, what will happen is whenever there is liquidity in the market, basically what will happen is market will do a movement like this. When there are equal lows sitting in the market like this, then market will eventually come down, hunt these orders, go up, and then go in our corresponding direction. This is how liquidity generally happens. So what has happened in this? Market came down, hunted this liquidity, and made sure that you are getting into the wrong side of the trade. Then market came down, hunted the liquidity again here in the form of equal lows, went up, and then again went down. See, overall, our view was simple. We were not interested in call because there were huge resistances on the upside, and our call discussion was also very simple that we wanted to see a closure above the current day's high, and only then we were interested in call. So today's day was only a day for put. There was literally zero entry points required for call. How could we have planned our trades? Yeah, so market came down, right? We always see the market only after 10:30, right? This is our general rule. What is happening in the first 15 minutes? We just mark the high and low, and then and 10:30. This is the 15 minutes high. This is the 15 minutes low. Where is market sitting at 10:30? That is what we have to see next. So what is the structure at 10:30? Currently the structure is saying like this is a high, market came down in one sweep, right? And then market went up, market came down. So around 11:30 is when we got a closure. Till 11:30 there was no significant movement which was obtained. So the moment we get closures below this current structure range, meaning high, low, lower high, lower low, so what we can plan is we have to plan a short. Where we can plan a short? We have to see whether there are any kind of inefficiencies or supplies in the market. There is only one supply when you come back to this particular range of 11:30, right? You see there is only one inefficiency left in the market, but there is no other inefficiencies left in the market. So this becomes your eventual supply, and stop loss have to be at the swing point. Where is the swing point? This is your swing point. The trade plan will be something looking like this. If we get an entry here, put a stop loss here and target somewhere lower for 100 points. We enter at 854 and 754 would be our ideal target, right? Generally we target 100 points or any kind of a swing point whichever is available in the market, or any kind of demand or a supply whichever is trade plan according to what we have entered. So this is a 2.59 which is little bit okay. So the moment we get a tap here, market drove down and hit our target. This is how we have to plan and execute our trade. There was zero call discussion. There was huge amount of swings to the upside. We got that particular 100 points movement also. Every day if you capture 100 points in the market, it is more than enough. It is literally more than enough. You don't need extended targets beyond that. Try capturing at least 60 points in the market and don't keep trading. It is like, for example, I'm saying, just think about the scenario. You're going to a restaurant, okay, and you wanted to eat food with your friends and family, and you have gone to a restaurant. Now you go to the restaurant and you look at the menu card and you say like, okay, I want specific item. Let's say I want to order chapati, okay, and few minutes later you call the server again and you say like, I don't want chapati, I want dosa. Now few minutes later again you call the same server, I don't want dosa, give me idli. Few minutes again you call the server and I say like, I don't want idli, give me rice. What will the server say? What will the restaurant manager say? They will say you are mad and they will ask you to leave, right? This is what market is also. One trade if you take, Again you will be like, oh, let me go and look what is the market doing, let me go and see what is the market doing, let me order dosa, let me order idli, let me order chapati. Should not be done. Discipline is more important in the market. See, regardless of what we discuss here, whatever we discuss here, it does not matter how you are doing, what is your mindset when it comes to entering your trade, what is your concepts coming when it comes to entering or execution a trade. Are you good enough? Are you studying enough? Are you doing back testing enough? Yesterday I posted a video for back testing. I don't know how many people even saw this video. You have to do such kind of a back testing when it comes to your trading plan. Levels anyone can say. See, levels hardly matters. Tomorrow market can go up 100 points, go up 500 points, come down 500 points. It does not matter. Discipline will take you miles to wherever you want to go than what anything else will do. Anyways, let's look at the chart in 4 hours. What do we see here in 4 hours? There is a gap, right? This gap is yet to be filled. But what is the structure saying in 4 hours? That is more important. We will not look blindly and say there is a gap here, there is a gap there. No, it's not going to work that way. Structure is saying market is predominantly in the downward direction. Because of this gap, we see this as a positive reaction, but still market is not showing tendency to go up. Where is the market likely to pull towards to? If we get if we get positive reaction from this demand, then the likelihood of market going up is going to be high. Why? We see that market from a lower point came up, came down to a demand, and the moment we see this happening in a smaller time frame, this kind of a confirmation pattern happening in a smaller time frame, we can expect higher highs, right? This is how generally trading works. This is how simple you should think about the market. You should not overcomplicate. Like you should not be thinking like, today I have to make 10k, today I have to make 20k, today I have to make 30k. No, that is not possible in the market. Today, your goal should be I need to study and get better. Today, my goal is to be I need to make sure my entry point has a specific entry, specific SL, and a specific target. If you don't have these three defined in your trade, then you're not trading, you're just gambling. You are not here to gamble. See, if you wanted to gamble, right, gamble and play money. Don't gamble with your hard earned money, because hard earned money you would have spent hours and hours earning that money, right? Why would you throw away that money for something which is of no use when you don't know the trading? For example, if you are working as a software engineer, for example, you would have studied engineering for 4 years. You would have trained in a particular organization and learned that particular coding skill for at least 1 to 2 years. So totally 6 years you would have spent learning how engineering works, learning how coding works, learning how you should operate with a computer. It takes 6 years, right? Market is not something like you put in 10,000 and you earn 1 lakh today. It is not that. It also requires your studying time. Many people don't even look into the studying part. If I even post such kind of a videos, many people will think that I'm boring and I will leave. I don't care. See, I don't care. I want people. I have created this channel specifically to educate people who can invest time in studying, who can make themselves better, who can make themselves independent, regardless of if I make videos, or if your tutor makes videos, or if your like the guider who you have as your guru, he makes videos or not. Don't rely on anyone. What if they don't make the video tomorrow? What will you do? Will you have any kind of a trading plan tomorrow if nobody makes a video? You should be prepared for the worst, right? Why not you educate yourself before getting into someone else's thought process? This video is not dedicated only for making levels or making proper entry points, nothing of the sort. This video is more dedicated to people who wanted to get themselves better. Okay. So, having said that, let's get back. This video, whatever is going to come up after this, is not much important. Whatever I have discussed so far is what is more important. Okay. So, having said that, let's see how the pattern is coming in 4 hours. The moment we see a closure below this point, we can expect a pullback, and then we can put a drive down, right? This is for put scenario. Simple. And This itself will give you a movement till here. If the momentum of the candles are bigger, then we can expect a drive down faster. What if what is happening in 1 hour is also the same? Where we can ideally plan for put position is little bit till here, right? We, if the low for tomorrow is broken, then we can expect a drive all the way at least till this gap fill itself is like 700, 25,700 is where the gap is. We are currently sitting at 25,800, right? There is a 100 points gap. So what would be the best trade scenario? Market opening flat and first 5 minutes candle itself market is giving a red candle. Would you enter immediately? No, right? No, we will not. What we will do, we will have to wait in the market. Whether if the market doesn't give a positive reaction, if market gives a positive reaction, trust me, it will go all the way here. This is what I prefer in the market. Why is that? Because I want the supply to be hunted. I want this demand to react and supply to be hunted before even market drives down. This is a solid trade for me. The moment market opens slightly flat or slightly gap down and gives a positive reaction from this particular demand region from 700 to 600, this 100 points I will be monitoring tomorrow. If trade goes against me like this, let it go. I will plan better trade for next week. It's totally fine. But if my trade comes for me in this particular direction tomorrow, I am going to execute this call position. Many people will not even think about this. Many people will be thinking, flow is broken for today. Let's go put. Let's make crore today. Let's make lakhs today. No, it's not. Market is a slow game, very, very slow game, very patient game. Only the patient people who see the market after a specific time, they will make money. Not everybody can make the money. You go and see whenever you open your platform, whenever you open your trading platform, right? What is the first dialogue pop up that comes? It says option trading is extremely dangerous. Risk is very high here. Why? Because many people lose money there. And if you wanted to lose money but in a very small amount, when your trade plan is not working in your favor, then you need to study, you need to keep your lot sizes small, you need to have discipline. These three are very, very important. Studying is not only seeing the charts and understanding what the patterns are. Studying has a lot of concepts. I have a dedicated course only for you people, right? That it covers almost 15 topics in all the core aspects: candlesticks, market structure, liquidity, top down analysis, how to play trade for continuations, how to trade for reversals, everything it covers. So what if the market opens flat and goes up? I'm not interested here unless I get a negative reaction, right? So my trade is going to be simple. It's either from here to here I'm going to plan, or here to here I'm going to plan. Simple. In between this, let market do whatever drama it wanted to do. I'm not worried. Okay, because although market is going to come down, let it come down. This is going to be an ideal trade, right? If it doesn't happen tomorrow, it's well and good. We'll plan next week. We'll plan the next week. Let market spend 2 weeks here in between the range. It's better to save your money waiting for the right trade and then entering and making more money than what you have even anticipated. Trust me, today's Sensex expiry played out beautifully in Nifty. Okay. Why I told you is yesterday I told this point very clearly that Sensex expiry's full pressure will be on Nifty. I told this point, right? See the candles with huge, huge wicks. Why did this happen? This all happened because Sensex expiry, everything they have to make it as zero. If they have entered call here, one slide down, the call would be gone. One slide up, the put would be gone. Everything would have to be zero by end of the day. That is what has happened in the end of the day. So you could have planned this trade, right? You could have captured that, like how I showed, you could have captured this trade and you could have made money. But did you study? Did you understand where to enter? Did you enter properly? If the answer of these questions is no, please start investing time. Market is not going to go anywhere. Today, if you had not made money in the market, it is okay. Tomorrow, it is okay if you don't even trade. Just watch the market. Just invest time in studying. This is going to be a very, very small video when it comes to explaining how the market is going to work tomorrow, but it is more educative video when it comes to how discipline plays more important role. Thank you so much for watching. We'll meet in the next educational video.